Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video today. We're a little bit late on reviewing this aircraft, about 4 weeks late. I just purchased it 3 weeks after it came out, and I had a little bit of an issue with it. This is the Tecnam P2012. It's a beautiful aircraft, very well done, and we're going to take it for a little bit of a test ride today in the Keys. Fly it around. I'll show you a couple of features and quirks of the aircraft, and then we'll take it back down for a landing and just go over it, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions of it. But I really liked this aircraft. When it first came out, I had a lot of issues with it. It didn't even fly. The throttle was getting stuck and just flipping out. They recently updated it, and now it's working perfectly. I don't have any complaints. I guess I was switched because the Microsoft Flight Simulator was updated why this came out, so I guess that caused the glitch. So the plane I bought 3 weeks ago, I was going to do a video review of it, but it wasn't working until recently, so here we are today. So let's jump inside. There is a tablet. The doors do open. I'll show you a couple features. You've probably already seen some of this stuff, but I will show you a couple little details that may help you fly it. So a couple cool features. I didn't see people really showing the features. It does integrate with Navigraph charts now too. You have a walk around, weights and balances, options of different things that you want to use depending on what you feel like. You got the headset on, headset off, depending on what sounds you like of the aircraft, if it gets a little bit too noisy during the flight. And of course you can put your airport code in and get your charts from Navigraph. So let's say we are at oops, sorry. I always do that. Okay, so when I hit the Y button, it always does that. Sorry about that. KY, and it's going to do it again. So we'll hit Y again, go inside, delete the Y, and then W. Okay, boom. We hit that, it will load, and we'll be able to get our information and whatever you want to use, departure, taxi, whatever it may be, your SID. But there's all the integration of Navigraph charts in here in case you guys want to use them for departures or arrivals or taxiing. So it's pretty cool. This iPad does a pretty decent amount of stuff here, and of course we could do our walk around. So let's say we want to walk around. Let me just jump inside one quick second here before we do our walk around. I'm just going to open the rest of these doors up. Okay, I don't know what the heck this thing is. It's in my way. Ugh. Alright. Let's see, is there any other features? So this is like a military surveillance plane, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. They have a bunch of different things. There's a bunch of different functionality. We got a little storage unit here as well, which is pretty cool. And now we can go ahead, let's jump into the front of the aircraft. We'll go into our walk around. We can start in front of the aircraft here. Take the pitot heat covers off, which are pretty nice. That I think there's no wind right now, but they do blow around in the wind. Click here to check the tire, and as you can see, it will show the percentage there. So pretty good inflated wise. Also, I mean, the detail of this aircraft is really nicely done. I really like it. And of course you can move the propellers, make sure that they're working and nothing's wrong with them. And if we put the battery on, and we'll put the nav light on, so whoops, we can check that as well on the walk around. There's the navigational light. They're pretty good lighting too. Here, I'll show you. That's the landing light. So, and I think this is the, yeah, that's the landing light. But pretty nicely done. We could check the ailerons there, as well as the elevator and the rudder. And of course we can check the tire pressure by kicking that as well. Let's take a walk around here. There is a little chart in the side door there, which I'll show you when we get back around into the cabin. I think the detail of this aircraft is really nicely done too. You can see just how pretty this aircraft is. I mean, they really did a fantastic job. Kick that tire, check this aileron out. Everything's looking pretty good. I think we're almost ready to fly this thing. We'll do a startup and we'll taxi out and get this plane up and running. Supposedly it has really good sounds, so give the propeller a good turn there. And I think this also opens up if you guys want to put more storage or baggage in here as well. Alright, cool. That's looking pretty satisfactory to me. Very beautiful modeling on the outside of this aircraft and good attention to detail. We even we can check out the wheels as well here. I got stuck on the door. Whoops. Okay, let me try not to screw up this video too badly today. Alright. I really like this plane though. There's a controversy around these developers sometimes, but it can't be easy to continuously upgrade these aircrafts and do everything you need to do. This is I think you can actually get FSS realistic on this one as well, which we just purchased an E190, which is a really nice aircraft that we're going to be checking out as well for FSS in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Alright, we're back inside here. Let's go ahead and close up these doors so that we can get prepared to fly. And you could change out the configuration of these aircrafts too. I think you have to pick it by model. It won't allow you to do every configuration. How do I close this door? I'm trying to click the spot to close it, but I don't know if it's up top or down bottom. Oh, there it is. Really good animation as well. Alright, let's get that battery back off so we don't burn it out before we use it. Alright, let's come up to the top here. Now these, you can turn, I think you can just do one at a time if you want, or you can turn them both on. I believe this is efficient enough for the plane to fly, but for the sake of the video, we'll just go ahead and turn left and right on so I don't screw up anything. And these are really cool. I like the clicks features. I like the sound quality of this aircraft as well. So we'll put on the master battery, and there is a checklist here, which I'm not gonna. I mean, you can use this. You probably should use this. Let's see. Can we use this for startup? I mean, you can use it, but let's. Where are the oops, my bad. Oh, I wanted to show you. Here's the checklist. Okay, so there is also in some of these, there's a little paper that you can read in the back of the seats, so it gives you something to do in case of emergency, what to do in the Tecnam P2012, and it does come in pretty much almost all the seats. Oops, we went too far back there. See, it's in most of the seats, and pretty cool. Alright, before startup, seatbelt check, master, we did that, left and right, and bus, so that is boom, boom, and bust. Right, tie bus, left control, free and correct. Alright, let's check free and correct. Right rudder, left rudder, brakes, and we want to make sure the brakes is set as well, right? So the brake is right here in case you don't know, if you want to turn it off and back on, and make sure that it is tested and it is on. Alright, before check, flaps, we can go to take off, right? So there's two positions on the flaps and we can test them out here. This is all the way down, And we can go back up 1. This is going to be your takeoff position. Alright. And now prop lever fully forward. So we'll push the throps fully forward. We can put this into idle. And we will do a FT test as well before takeoff, which I'll show you how that works. It's a pretty cool feature. Alright. Lights. So let's turn on the navigational light, and since we're about to start up, we'll go ahead and flick on. Does this have a beacon light? I don't know if this has a beacon light. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go ahead and flip on the strobes as your beacon. Let's see, does it have a beacon? No, I don't see a beacon, so it's probably you got to switch on your strobe lights to get that going. Heat's off. Trim is, let's just check the trim settings here, which they look fine. Boom. We have of course the GNN Garmin, and this is a great I mean, there's a lot of features in here, which is pretty cool. I'm learning about this now. If you want to check your winds, I believe it's under options, and then you can go to wind, and we can see there's no wind data. I guess there's winds are calm, but when we're outside the airplane, it sounds pretty windy, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, flaps, trim, good, set. We might have to figure out the trim a little bit. All the doors are closed. Everything is good. And now engine start. Doors are closed. Props area is clears. Auxiliary fuel pump goes to on. So auxiliary fuel pump. Do these go to on or? Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. On. Are they are the fuel pump? Yeah. Okay. Auxiliary fuel pump goes to on. Left switch to green, and then press the start button. Okay. So. All right. The start buttons are here, so we'll go ahead and give it a start. And let's see how this goes here. Oh. I started both. I have them hooked up together on the Bravo throttle quadrant. I gotta figure a way to do it where it doesn't start both. We got a little bit of the black smoke there, which is fine. Alright, they are both started. And now that they are started, 3 to 7 seconds, cross feed, check, and then flight instrument are on. Okay, so we have all our flight instruments on already, and our cross feed. I believe this is our cross feed we're supposed to check, but all right, before taxi. Okay, so set altimeter, which is 2973, and then transponder, which transponder options are in here as well. I think, oh, whoops, that's standard barometric pressure, so can actually switch that. There it is right there. This is our, and if you want to change the code, you can change it as needed. Totally up to you. We don't need to do that. I'm not sure how to clear that. Boom. We don't need that right now. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go. Our engines are started, and I'll give me 1 second here. Put the chart away. Now that we got the plane started up, and checklist is pretty much done here. Cool features too, which is wind data. I never knew where the wind data was in this, but it's pretty cool to know that we can be able to check the wind. That will definitely be useful for landing. Alright, so let's go ahead and taxi out, and we'll get this plane up in the air and try it out here as well. Put the pitot heat on. We got alert there. I don't know if I don't think we're gonna need the pitot heat today. Left and right can come off, so these can go off now. Left and right pitot heat is off. Okay, alert. Pitot heat, left pitot heat power. Okay. I don't know if it's necessary to have these on or not. So okay, we are good to taxi. Let's go ahead and taxi out here, see how this thing flies and handles. Take the brakes off. So in order to take the brakes off, oh, there we go. Put a little bit of power in here. We don't have any flight plan. We're just gonna taxi out here and try not to hit this guy with the wing. I gotta say, this plane is very nicely modeled. I mean, it is a beautiful plane indeed. Okay. Now the sounds were really good from what I heard, right? Let's see if we have the headphones on or something, because supposedly the sounds are really nice, and this is really muffled right now, so I'm not 100% sure why. Let's see, do we have the... headphones off? Yeah, so the headphones are off. The sound when it first came out was really nice, and you will hear it once we get it up to speed. It starts getting better, but at an idle here it's kind of quiet. I'm not sure how accurate that is. You can hear how quiet it is in the original sound. Here, let me see if we can change any of the sound here. Options here, just to see if it makes a difference. I'm not sure. Headphones are off. Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, yeah. So that's a little bit of a difference there. You know, we should be able to hear the sounds of the plane a little bit better on the run up. Yeah, they already sound better, which is great. I get a lot of wind noise too, which I'm not 100% sure where that's coming from. I'll also show you what this thing looks like in night operations. They do have lighting up here for your little map lights, and there's also, I believe, lighting. Sorry, I should probably watch where I'm going, right? Let me see if I can find the lighting for you guys down here. Where is the lighting? I forget where the lighting is. I know it's somewhere. Anyway. See, it does sound a lot better without the headphones on. I didn't realize that I had the headphones on. Still shows no wind data, but we're getting a lot of wind noise, so definitely a beautiful aircraft. All right, we'll do a run up here and I'll show you what that inquires here. So we'll just turn onto the runway first, right here, like this. And then we'll go ahead and hit the brakes, bring up the engine page here. We're gonna go up to 18 to 1400. So we'll go ahead and hit our pre-flight test and bring our propellers up to I don't know if you bring the propellers up first to 1800 and then we just let it settle out until it shows us if we have any concerns with the aircraft here. So the test already went off and we're good. We didn't have any lights illuminated, so we can bring it back down to 1,000 and we can taxi out to the runway. So if you would have had any of these TNO test lights after you hit this, it will do a pre-flight inspection, testing the propellers, the props, the RPMs, the oil pressure, which looks like our oil pressure is a little bit low right now. And now it's back in the green, which is probably normal. Alright, so we are good to go for our takeoff. Let's go ahead and take the brake off here and let's go test out this aircraft, see how it flies. Finally get it up in the air. You can go up to 10,000. It does work really well with the autopilot and everything. I think the cruise altitude is 10,000 feet with this thing. I don't think we're going to bring it up that high today. We'll probably go about 3,000 to 4,000 feet and then we'll do a little bit of stall testing and then bring it back down here. Alright, so you can go full power with this thing, and then once we get up to cruise we can bring the RPMs back. So alright, here we go. Power set. Oh, that did not sound good. And I'm putting left rudder in right now. Left rudder. I don't think we're trimmed properly right now either. Oops. Yeah, we're not trimmed and we're blowing all over the place even though it said there was no wind. That's alright. Alright. Uh-oh. We're in trouble right now. Get off that rudder. Man, we're blowing all over the place. It says no wind data, but now I'm seeing we got a lot of wind actually. Alright, flaps are coming up. So we do have a lot of wind. Oh boy. Oh no. Man, this is a heck of a takeoff, huh? That's alright. Hey guys, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna leave this in because this is how it is sometimes. So we did have a lot of wind. Once we got up, we had a 12 cross and an 18 or 16 headwind. So a lot of wind coming on the nose and the right side of the aircraft here. So it's super windy today. Super windy. I had to pull all aileron in there for a minute, so that's fine. Alright, trim the nose up here. Try to take some pressure off the yoke. And let's go autopilot VS mode. And we'll climb. We can start taking some of that RPMs out. And let's go to heading mode. So definitely a really nice aircraft, very well made, Handles incredibly well. Whoops. Just wanted to try that. Alright. We go to heading mode, and let's turn back towards the island here. I don't want to get too far away. Just gonna hand fly it. It seems to be handling pretty good. Yeah, we had a heck of a time taking off there. So we do have a lot more wind than I realized. Alright, let's try to level out here. It flies amazingly though, guys. I mean, I'm really impressed with the how good it is. Very, very nice to fly this thing. Alright, let's go ahead and do a stall test here. We'll take a little bit of power out. I'm going to pull up. Let's see what happens if we put it into a stall. It's starting to want to drop the nose, and I'm pulling back on the yoke here. Pulling back, pulling back. It's all the way back now. It's just wanting to drop the nose back down. Yeah, the nose is just coming back down. Alright, so we'll let the nose come back down now. Gentle. And we'll put the power back in. And now we'll pull the power completely out and pull the nose back up. Nose is coming down. It's telling me we got a problem. It's dropping the nose. It's not snapping any wings over. It's keeping the plane pretty level here. Alright, let's go ahead and put the power back in. And we'll turn back towards the island here. So it handles really well. I really enjoy this aircraft. It's actually a really cool aircraft to fly. Very pleasant. And you can change the page as well to see the map and where you're at, which is pretty neat too. And you, of course, you got all your settings, whatever you want to do. You know, plenty of options in this aircraft indeed. I like the engine page too. It's very nicely done, and it almost looks like some type of fancy watch. Alright guys, let's go ahead and bring it back down here and see how it does for landing, especially with that wind. We still got 20 knots and 4 knots on our nose. Let's see what happens coming in, how strong the winds are. I might have to land the same way I took off. If you look here, we're using the wind option, and once we took off, something to be aware of, on the ground it didn't show too much wind, but as soon as we started moving and we got up in the air, it started showing our wind. So yeah, it was pretty windy. Yeah, we'll probably have to come back around and down for a landing here, considering the winds are super strong on our tail. Be interesting to see how this thing lands in heavy wind conditions like this as well. But overall, my thoughts and opinions of the aircraft. When it first came out, we had some issues with it not working, so that was disappointing. You know, I paid about, I think, $33 or $34 for it, and I really like this aircraft. I think it's a really fantastically made aircraft, and I would highly recommend it. It did have some bugs that they're working out, and now it seems to be working really well. There's a bunch of different variants and liveries, which I'll show you at the end of this video, as soon as we get on the ground. And I think it's well worth the money. I really enjoy it. They did have a different plane that came out. I think it was the 2016, but it was a smaller aircraft, slower, and it had less use as an aircraft unless you're into a smaller plane that goes slower. I believe this one is a little bit better. I didn't buy the other one, so I can't tell for sure how good that is compared to this, but I would probably recommend to go with the Tecnam P2012 here, just because of the functionality of it, the usefulness of it, and it does come with missions that you can do, and you can also I think get FSS for this realistic. I don't know if this automatically comes with it when you buy this one or if that's a separate package, but I did see that they do offer something like that. I don't know if it already comes with this or not. I'm not sure how that works. I'm still trying to figure out what FSS is, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's an aircraft or a separate package that makes the aircraft more realistic. Either way. Oh, look at this. Defrost emergency. Okay, that's cool. Emergency lights. We got all kinds of cool stuff on here. Oh, let me show you what it looks like at night. I forgot. Let's see here. Let me see. First, let me see, where the heck are the lights? Oh, here they are. I think that's just, so now we go to, if you want to see what it looks like at night, and you have the map lighting as well. And if you want that light, you can turn those lights on. Oh, all the circuit breakers are functional, and you can pull them out and in as well, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice lighting in here. I mean, it's not the brightest, but it's not the worst. Definitely nice. I mean, you can definitely fly this thing at night, no problem. We're really low. We can probably land right here too if we want. The winds are strong today. I'm going to keep some airspeed in here just to keep us from having any further issues, and we'll be landing right over here. So I'm going to also watch for my flaps here as well. It'll be a good test to see how this thing does in this kind of conditions. I didn't know it was going to be this windy today. Alright, let's set the altimeter here. And pull out some power. And trim the nose down. Now we got 26 knots of headwind and 12 cross here. So really strong winds. Let's put a notch of flaps in. It's going to be a rough landing. Let's see what we can do. Flaps going full. It's pushing me up here. I'm going to idle. Let's try to get down on the ground nice here. Trim it out. Let the plane settle. Whoa. Get back to center line there. So really, really strong crosswind there. Put the flaps up. And yeah, definitely not easy to land in a heavy crosswind like that. You can see we have 17 and 20. See the windsock is going nuts out there. Alright, well, there you go. That is not a bad aircraft at all. Really, really nice. I really like it. It flies great, it handles great, it's very useful. And let's go ahead and take a look at a couple different liveries of this aircraft. Let me just get it over here parked. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below of this airplane. If you guys like it, love it, don't like it. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's good. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but we'll take a little bit of a shortcut here. Oh boy, they're rolling out the fire trucks. They must have saw my landing. Don't tell them. We'll sneak across. Man, I don't think I landed that bad. Jeez, they brought the fire trucks out here. Okay. Go back to idle. Brakes. And we'll pull the props all the way out here. And pretty cool aircraft indeed. I definitely like it. Whoa. I think I just popped the breaker there. Definitely a nice aircraft indeed. There it is, guys. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and check out the liveries real quick and we'll wrap this video up. So here's the different liveries and different types of aircraft that you get with it. It does have a cruising speed of 141 knots, max altitude of 14,000 feet. You usually cruise about 10,000 feet, 5 hours of duration, 1,283 nautical miles. And there is a private variant of it as well as, you know, private, multi. You got all kinds of different ones. Whatever one you want, you can go ahead and get. And of course there's a different interior with that as well. Many different ones. You could really do whatever you want with this. You could fly it, you could use it for an island hopper, you could use it for private contracting work. You can even do commercial, small commercial flights with it. Really cool aircraft indeed. I really enjoy it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It does also have a skydiving one as well if you're into that. So bunch of different uses for this plane, and I highly recommend it. I think it's a great aircraft. I love it. I'm not a big gear up, gear down. I don't really like the fixed gear too much, but I think this is a fantastic aircraft indeed, and well worth the money. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. We are an aviation enthusiast channel, and I would love to have you guys aboard. We just hit 25,000 subscribers, so thank you for all the support. It really does mean the world to me, and hopefully we can continue to grow together, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Bye.